Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We have been doing a few side quests here and there, trying to acquire enough artificial points to further the story. And I have been doing a lot of grinding off-screen, and now I have plenty of points, so we can attend that ball anytime we want, and further along the story. So we're probably going to do that today. First, let's go to the war table and see if we have any missions to attend to, and then we'll take care of any other pressing matters. First things first, I wanted to obtain an amulet for Cole to ease his mind. I have given the amulet to your people freely in hopes that the Inquisition will continue the open-minded approach. Even though it says we didn't receive a reward, apparently we got the amulet, so good job! And let's get the follow-up on Saruth, the Templar that we pardoned. She was cited in a number of communities at the border of our influence and apparently inspired a number of recruits to our cause. She then disappeared north, near suspected Venatori holdouts. We have not had confirmation of her survival. Well, I'm hoping she survived, because she has gotten me a bunch of influence, and also a little piece of armor, it looks like. So that worked out well. Excellent, excellent! Oh yes, this quest for Varric has had several stages. How are we doing right now? One of the messages we received is double encrypted. The message in the mistakes... they have not yet broken the guild's code, so we're gonna have to follow up on this quest with yet another quest. And that'll be it for now. Let's go give this amulet to our friend Cole.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
Oh, what's this about?
I must explain something first about the Montilier's fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago. It devastated our finances. The Montiliers have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
Oh, so you're not made of money like I assumed.
Debt or no, you appear to be surviving.
That isn't enough. A disaster could wipe us out completely. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Sounds like you might have a personal quest too, which I did not expect from somebody who's not actually a companion.
Most people worry about their next meal. Never mind an estate.
I'm not blind, but I worry for my family. My foolish sister Yvette with her daydreams. My brothers trying to rebuild our fleet with their own hands. Is it wrong to hope they never know hardship?
Is there any way I could assist you with this? I know I've got a bunch of resources at my disposal, but they probably should not be used for personal reasons.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux... I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Sounds like somebody's got it out for you.
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte BioWare, a nobleman in Val Royeaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties he's to meet with an important visitor. Allies and rivals will take note. Once he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
Okay, I'm willing to do this, although I suspect it's a possibility that he had those people murdered and now he's playing us for fools. But that might not be the case. He might legitimately have information for us.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means... you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
I will definitely do this mission for you. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, meet with Josephine in Val Royeaux. It would be pretty interesting if halfway through the game she stopped being my accountant and started being my bodyguard. Like she just suddenly became a companion that I could bring with me. She'd pick up a sword. Nah, that's unlikely. That'd be out of character for her. But I am interested in this mission, so yeah. maybe we'll just take a break from going for the ball. We'll put that on hold for now, because this sounds like a pretty interesting mission. I'm looking forward to that. We'll do that soon. However, I think Varric has a mission for me as well, because he's got an exclamation mark over his head, usually means a quest, and he has been feeling kind of down lately. How's it going, Varric?
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
I didn't mean to intrude on a private conversation. Although, Bianca, that name sounds familiar.
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
Oh, sorry. Half of the background just appeared while you were talking. It caught me off guard. So you're a friend of Varric's, eh?
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
I have crossed paths with him on occasion.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about. The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a deep roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Well, that would certainly explain it. Although I don't know why those humans... They're probably Tevinter mages. What am I saying? They're probably working with Tevinter.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
Well, let's go shut it down.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Yeah, sure, we can do it now. Sounds like it's a pressing matter we need to take care of. Cut off the red lyrium supply to Corypheus. Yeah, the name of the quest is, well, shit. Classic, Varric. Classic.
Is this a bad time? I can come back.
No, it's all right. Bills are really not that engrossing. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
You've been doing well so far, so yeah, just fake it till you make it.
I don't even know how to deal with all this. Just make something up. It'll be fine.
Oh, so we're saving the world through bullshit now? All right, I can manage that. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
So what exactly am I to the people out there?
The sky tears open, demons everywhere. To ordinary folks, these are the end times. The only hope they have is you. Maybe you don't think that's a sign of some higher power looking out for the world, but they do. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Yeah, that was a little off-putting. I don't know where they all got the vocal cords for that. I didn't notice you singing, though.
Please tell me you aren't going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Was that cards? Sure. Deal me in. Sounds like we just got two more fairly important quests added to our log. Helping out Varric destroy some red lyrium, which is always good, and helping out Josephine, our dear friend Josephine. Yeah, we'll try and help them both out today. How's it going, Cassandra? Reading that book still, are you? Is it the same book I saw you reading earlier?
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
Oh, that. Just reports from Commander Cullen.
You're an excellent liar.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
Oh? Is it good?
The latest chapter. Meaning, you've read them all.
Not since this all began. We've been busy.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you to winter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature.
Ah.
Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
I can keep I can keep it a secret. I think if you told him, he'd be flattered, honestly. You know, you can swallow a little bit of shame and let him know he's a good author.
Why not? I think Varric would be pleased to have another fan.
Pleased? Yes, that's one word for it. They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. You could ask him to finish it. Command him to... Pretend you don't know this about me.
Yeah. Reading those dimes. Hey, Varric. I know you wanted us to go after that red lyrium smuggling operation, but I need you to finish that dime store novel series you've been working. She immediately goes back to whacking a trading dummy. Yeah, nice cover, Cassandra.
Inquisitor, come, have a drink.
I wasn't planning to make the rounds talking to all my companions, but sure.
To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
Oh, that's true. One of the things that I did to increase my artificial power was slaying a dragon that came across. Yeah, let's drink. I probably should inquire what I am drinking.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred.
And then we killed it.
Here, your turn.
You're not poisoning me, are you? Well, bottoms up. Ah! It's even worse than the last.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Uh-huh. I didn't realize that dragons were sacred in your culture.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
Yeah, you probably had a little bit of dragon in you. Once you were knee-deep in that dragon.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
I really shouldn't.
I've had more than enough already.
Your loss.
Yes, I'll leave the drinking to you. Some of us have militaries to command, and companions to check up on. How's Sarah doing? You know, I bet Sarah would come down and drink with you. She always likes to put some chest on her chest.
I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
Well, resources are precious, but I have been doing a lot of things for some of my companions, so give me the deets.
I won't agree to anything without details.
Smart of you. I wouldn't dream of wasting your super important time. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Vershel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up, so I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
I have a feeling that it might be a little more than that.
Who's asking for this?
I'm asking because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them, it's their little people stuck in the middle. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, the people up top feel threatened too. Stuff like this is always happening. Good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
Okay, sure. Once my forces are freed up, I'll have Cullen march the troops down that street, and that'll be the end of that quest, I guess.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
Yeah, sure. I don't think this will be too big of a thing to take care of. We'll be able to get to that later.
Finally, a place for... the horses. I forgot about the Ferelden horses.
I didn't forget. I didn't forget to do that quest way back in episode 2. It was just really tedious. I've done so many boring side missions. I'm not even going to bother with that one. Shut up, Mike.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
That sounds like bad news.
You're being especially serious today.
I know. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Even though you knew that you ran the risk of dying.
Cullen, if this can kill you...
It hasn't yet. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
I'm glad to hear it. I respect your decision. Fine, just do your job. How are you feeling? Do you feel like you're still able to lead?
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
I don't approve. Fine, do your job. I respect your decision and I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
If you have to defer to Cassandra's judgment, I think you're making a good choice there, because she's pretty good at leading. I think she'd be a good second or third in command, whatever. You're all great advisors. You haven't given me a piece of bad advice yet. Even though I'm happy to hear that Cullen is kicking his bad habit, it sounds like he may have needed that substance to do his job well, and I can understand both arguments there, wanting to break free of an addiction that might be controlling you, but at the same time knowing that you do perform your job better when you have that bad substance. It's a difficult decision to make, so I'm sure he didn't make that decision lightly, and I'm hoping it works out for him.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius' son.
Oh yes, I remember.
He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
It's a shame I had to kill his father, and it's a shame that he got killed by the Blight.
It's barely been any time at all. Was he so ill?
Honestly, he should have died a long time ago. Alexius was using magic to keep him alive. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
It's a shame. It's a real shame.
He should be an example for others to follow, or his death is wasted.
Should I spread the word? We could spawn the cult of Felix within a matter of days.
There are worse things.
Probably true. And you're right. His actions should not be forgotten.
Don't actually start another cult.
Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Yeah, I'm glad there are more of us around here. I think Dorian's doing pretty well, handling this bad news well.
I heard of your verdict on Alexius, Inquisitor.
Yes.
It was all he deserved. I hope it serves as a warning for anyone, Magister or no, who thinks of trying that again.
Yes, I'm sure you're appreciating the fact that I didn't make him tranquil.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
A few malcontents claim you've put us in a new circle, but most are relieved to be safe.
The circle's not all that bad. There are some positive aspects to the circle.
My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Dorian, yes. What's he done now?
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
I am not. No.
Familiar? We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
I don't know if I want to deceive Dorian.
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Okay. Again, I'm not feeling comfortable tricking Dorian. I wish I could be honest with him about this. But it seems to be important, so let's go ahead and do it.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for.
And then I have an official-looking letter addressed to me. I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That's why we have to trick him. Yeah, we'll follow up on that eventually, I'm sure. It sounds like that might be an important quest to undertake for Dorian's sake, although he's probably not going to be happy if I manipulate him. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. We're probably going to end up doing that mission. It seems interesting, if nothing else. Cole, you would not believe what a pain it is to find you. I don't know why you're not in the same area you normally are. Why are you here in the tavern? I found your amulet. Here you go.
It started out helping, taking the fear away. I won't take too much. I am not that.
Here, I got your amulet, Cole.
I found the amulet that Solus told us about. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, but not here. I like it here. We need some place that can go away if it becomes sharp.
Okay.
What do I do with it?
You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I?
Knock yourself out.
It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
Sounds simple.
We know it's not just going to work, right? It never just works.
Have faith, Inquisitor.
Oh, the irony. This is fine. We're not using blood magic. We're not binding his soul.
Ah!
What was that?
Oh, hey, Varric.
Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work.
Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not being a demon?
He's an actual kid? No, that's not right. I don't know if Cole's a demon, but he's not real. He can just apparate here and there.
I'm not certain exactly what Cole is.
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances, he remains a spirit.
Yes, a spirit who is strangely like a person.
I don't matter. Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
Looks like we're setting off on an expedition. You ready, Varric?
It appears we have something to find. I told you it never just works.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me? All of you?
Sure. All right, I get it. You like spirits. But he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
No, I don't know, Varric. I think I kind of agree with Solus on this.
Cole is a demon, or a spirit. He has magical abilities and magical vulnerabilities. We cannot ignore that.
Fair enough. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
You don't think?
However we deal with the problem, our next step is to track down whatever is interfering with the enchantment.
Oh, and it looks like we're immediately being thrust into this one. Okay. Well, I was going to add it to the pile of missions I wanted to do, but I guess we're going to knock this one out right now. Yeah, sure. Let's help Cole out. He's not my favorite companion. He's probably my least favorite companion. But, yeah, sure, we'll help him out. If he's going to be part of our party, we should probably help him out here and there.
Yeah, this should get me through the month. Give me a moment. Greetings. Can I help you?
You killed me.
What? I don't even know you.
You forgot. You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark.
The spire?
Cole, stop.
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me! He killed me! That's why it doesn't work! He killed me, and I have to kill him back!
If he killed you, wouldn't you be dead?
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body.
A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank. A captured apostate. They threw him into the dungeon in the spire at Val Royo. They forgot about him. He starved to death. I came through to help. And I couldn't. So I became him. Cole.
If Cole was an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to.
Guys, huddle up. I'm starting to think that Cole's going to become more of a burden than he's worth.
Solus?
We cannot let Cole kill the man.
I don't think anyone was going to suggest that, Chuckles.
Cole is a spirit. The death of the real Cole wounded him, perverted him from his purpose. To regain that part of himself, he must forgive.
Come on. You don't just forgive someone killing you.
You don't. A spirit can.
Varric?
The kid's angry. He needs to work through it.
A spirit does not work through emotions. It embodies them.
But he isn't a spirit, is he? He made himself human. And humans change. They get hurt. And they heal. He needs to work it out like a person.
You would alter the essence of what he is.
He did that to himself when he left the Fade. I'm just helping him survive it.
I don't know. If we convince Cole to forgive this, he will become more like a spirit, and the amulet will function properly. If I say Cole needs to grow, he'll become more human, and the amulet may not be necessary. I really haven't enjoyed Cole in his current form, so yeah, maybe if he grows up, then I'll be able to enjoy his company more.
Cole will never grow into a real person until he comes to terms with what happened.
Leave it to me. All right, kid. You want revenge? Come with me.
Varric, what are you doing? I didn't get any details. What are you gonna do?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry isn't going to help him now, is it, kid?
No.
Pull the trigger and put him down like a mad
What,
dog.
you said we weren't gonna kill him, Varric?
Do it.
No!
How you doing, kid? Feel any better?
No.
You can't make it all just go away. I learned that the hard way.
Forget.
No. He needs to remember. You too. We're done here.
You put a dummy bolt in there. I see, Varric. Clever. Very clever. Well, on one hand, if he's no longer a spirit, then he might not just be the embodiment of pure help, where he was helping out the camp. He was a quirky sort, popping in from here and there. He took daggers from people who were aggressive. He gave water to the thirsty. He was a good person, but I think even if we make him human, he's still going to be a good person. He's actually going to be more of a person because he won't be a spirit anymore. Yeah, sure. Why don't we make him a real boy, just like Pinocchio?
For all we know, the amulet will now never function. Cole remains vulnerable to binding.
No, he isn't. The amulet didn't work because he's too human, right? Maybe now the kid's also too human for that binding magic to work on him.
I hope you're right.
It still hurts. When do I stop hurting?
If you ever find the answer to that question, do let me know.
Come on, kid. Let's go for a walk. It'll clear your head.
The left hand misses a friend with 2 different names. She's hurting, sad, alone, but everyone can see me now. They remember. How do I put honey in Leliana's wine without her noticing?
I can help with that.
It is good that he's not entirely changed, however human he becomes.
Yes, I'm glad he's still thinking of others. It's really the best part about him, so I'm glad that hasn't changed either. That's just one more decision that Solus and I do not agree on, though. Well, I have talked to all of my companions. I wasn't really planning on that when I started this, but yeah, that's what I did today. And there's really not a whole lot of time to do any other quests. But next time, the first thing we're going to do is Josephine's quest. I want to help out Josephine and see if we can help her regain her lost family's wealth or honor. And then after that, I'm thinking if we've got time, we'll help out Varric, because that sounded like an important quest, and I'm always up for helping out Varric, especially after he helped Cole out. So yes, we will do at least one of those 2 quests next time. This is a really enjoyable part of the game. This game is so great. It's bogged down by a lot of other stuff, but it's a really great game at its core. Until next time, my name is Mike, and this has been Dragon Age Inquisition. Thank you for joining me.